Hello, everybody! I'm your host, Exhibit A, here to wish you a very happy Menhera Monday. Hello, Wujime. Hello, Helena, sorry. Hello, Toybox. Hello, KitKat. Hello, Sarah. Glad to see you all here today. Now, I'm kind of used to calling you Tedia, but maybe I should start using Wujime if that's what you're moving on to. You know, don't a dead name you here. You know. I don't know. I'm so used to Tedia. We'll see. I don't know what you prefer from us right now. Hello, Spider Guy. Welcome. Hello, Salad. Hello, Atlas. Holy crap. We're getting all the people in today. Awesome stuff. Atlas, is this your first Menhera Monday? Because I'm not... I feel like... I forget if you've attended my streams before. But yes, today's question, this week's question is, what's an embarrassing moment you've had? Something a little simpler. I don't mind either, but eventually I'll remove the old nick. Alright. Yeah, I'm very used to Tedia, that's how I know you, but maybe I'll start calling you the other one over time. It is. Yes, it's your first Menhera Monday. Well, very glad you made it here, because Menhera Monday is the most important time of the week. Isn't that right, guys? It's the most important time of the week. It's whenever we get ourselves ready for the rest of the week, because the week is often long and hard and throbbing. I mean, difficult. And we need something to lift our spirits, and that's what I'm here for. That's what it's like. It's kind of like church, you know, except worshipping someone more important, that being me. So, yeah. Anyway, this is the best time of the week. Yes, it is. All right, we're gonna open up the. Hello, Ravenstorm. Yes, that's right. Like the video. Now let's see what you guys wrote. So I only read like a little tiny bit here and there. Alright, so let's do this. I'll read out the first response. What's an embarrassing moment from your life? Went to talk to a girl I thought was cute, and lifted my hand to brush my hair from my eyes, jabbed myself in the eye, started tearing up, and had to just immediately turn around and walk away. She saw it all too. Written by Shibe. Oh my god. That does sound horrible. I read through a couple of the first ones. I think multiple people wrote about times that they embarrassed themselves in front of a girl. Or like fumbled someone. So that seems to be a recurring thing here. We've all, a lot of people have had bad experiences with that. Okay, we need to replace the music real quick. I should really, what are you guys talking about? Couldn't think of an answer because I'm so perfect and never get embarrassed. True. That's me too. I'm the same. Hello, Bonnie Bunny. Yo, Bonnie Bunny, are you actually the Bonnie Bunny from Five Nights at Freddy's, or are you a different Bonnie Bunny? If you're the Bonnie Bunny from Five Nights at Freddy's, that's crazy, because it's like a really popular game. If we had the Bonnie FNAF in our chat, that'd be crazy. Think of this as therapy a little. Really? Is it actually effective in that way? Hello, Misty. What the heck? Why everyone's here today? What the frick? Everyone's in here. You mean I'll applaud? Yes. Misty is here. Everyone applaud. Everyone clap right now. Right now. Do it. Good. There you go. All right. Let's get new music. We need new music. Oh, we need new music. We will select maybe a different thing, not Animal Crossing this time, maybe. Would Sims be a good vibe? I don't know. Maybe, no, we're going for Valhalla. Valhalla is what I'm feeling right now. No. I search Valhalla music and it comes up with the freaking, like, Viking stuff. No, I'm looking for, Cyberpunk. Alright, how loud? Alright, let's... Is that volume alright? Alright. If it's too quiet, tell me and I can adjust it, but... I'm gonna move along. Hehe, fun fact, I was obsessed with FNAF when I made this account. Right, okay. So there's a connection. The Avengers pulling up. Yeah, what the hell? Except way cooler. Scarlet Nexus. I've not played Scarlet Nexus. I kind of would like to though, because it's an anime game with pretty graphics. I don't actually remember how it plays though. I didn't answer the Menhera question, but I'm interested to get information about y'all. Whoa. Yeah, guys. Misty's here to pay attention to what you guys have written. And she's gonna just observe, you know. Oh, Misty, you just could have asked. You're gonna give blackmail material freely? Make social progress here. True, true. We're gonna change the world with this. Okay. So I read out the first one. Moving to the second one now. An embarrassing moment from your life. Cock. When Exhibit revealed that I'm Cock. Written by Zana. Yeah, that must have been really embarrassing. I did expose her about that. I mean, it probably wasn't my place to reveal that. It's not... I know women are kind of insecure sometimes if you reveal their cock to people. So, I will be more careful with that in future. Yeah. Do I share my embarrassing moment in chat? You can, Moxie, you can. You can also, it's also still not too late to add it to the Menhera Monday doc if you want to do it officially. But you can also just reveal in chat too. Both is fine. The doc is on... No, not the doc. The frickin' Google form link. But that's in my Discord server. I don't know if you're in the server though. But yeah, whatever works for you. Hello, Belle. Welcome! Glad to see you here! And you finished submitting your response. Epic. Very good. Maybe the time I met my ex's parents, and they asked me my age in Norwegian, because they knew I spoke perfect Norwegian, and I was so nervous that I misunderstood the question and answered, I love Norway. Okay. I posted the Menhera answer spot in self-promo. Ah, okay. That's helpful, thank you. Yeah, what the heck, whole gang's here. Every single person in existence that I know is here. Except Peachy, but she's the only person in existence that is not here. I'm pretty sure every single person on the entire planet is actually here. Yeah. It's like Smash Brothers. Where they smash the brothers or something. I don't know, I never played it. Anyway. Let's look at the next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. This one is another one to do with fumbling your romantic interests. Every time I tried to hit on a girl, they'd embarrass me to the point I wouldn't get out of my house for weeks. This one was written by Tedia. Yeah. I mean, the solution clearly is just to never go outside, you know, and just never try to hit on anyone, just kind of, you know, just sort of, yeah. Well, anyway. I'm kidding. You shouldn't give up on, like, having good social connections and doing cool things in life. But sometimes you need to fail a lot before you can start succeeding. And it's rough. But that's the way life progresses. It's hard It's hard whenever you don't know, like, your way around that stuff, because there's no good places to get good advice for that, right? So, like, if you go on the internet and you're like, okay, I want to get better at, like, getting girls to like me, or guys to like me, or, or, you know, I want to get better at getting, you know? If you look that up on the internet, all the stuff that's going to show up is, like, really bad advice. It's going to be like, oh, buy my course. Buy my course, my 5-step course for $50 a month. And I will teach you how to get any woman into your bed immediately. Say these 3 words. And if you say these 3 words, she will be in your bed immediately. These 3 words will hack her brain. You will manipulate her. You will be the ultimate womanizer. You will be an ultimate seductor. Right? And then, yeah, that's not very good advice, and you just waste your money, and it's terrible. And, like, it's not easy to find, like, good advice. So you're kind of screwed. And a better way to go is probably just to ask advice from, like, regular people, as opposed to, like, people who claim to have all the knowledge, because the people who claim to have all the knowledge tend to be the people who are just trying to get money from you, and who will give you a bunch of really bullcrap advice, and they're like, oh, actually, if you hit the women, they will like you, trust me. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true. You know, I tried that, didn't work, so take it from me. You know, you gotta... It's rough. There's not very many good role models or advice out there. Which is why I'm here. I'm here to be the ultimate role model. I will give you the good advice, because I'm good at everything. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to play lots of Honey Pop. And then when you get good at Honey Pop, you got to apply those skills in real life. You got to match the little trinkets. And then that's how you get dates. Just play a lot of dating sims, and you'll do better. Yeah. Anyway. Are people having fights in chat again? Let me see. Alright, let me get a catch up on all these messages. Peachy and Thomas. Oh yeah, that's true. Thomas also is one of the few humans on Earth who is not here right now. Lol, Smash Bros. Coffin Lele. Embarrassing moment. I named a character in a video game after an IRL friend. While streaming that game, my inventory was full and the prompt Moxie gave female friend a hard nut. I was so embarrassed. Right. I mean, while that may be embarrassing, I feel like you say things way more sus than that nowadays. I feel like that's right up your alley. Genuine question, is it really that mortifying to ask someone out? If... It's like... Here's the thing. If you've had successful relationships and you've had a lot of, like... You've gotten accepted many times, you've got your love confessions accepted multiple times, then it's a lot easier. Because you know from experience that it can work. If you've never been in a relationship before, and you've never had, you've experienced, it's been like that your whole life, you're going to be a lot more afraid, because you feel like you don't have a chance. And then, also, here, it depends on who it is, right? Because sometimes, if you get rejected, things are still chill with you, and they don't really judge you for it. But sometimes, if it's like it depends on the person. A lot of the time, if you get rejected by someone, they'll like dunk on you. They'll be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, haha, you really thought I liked you? That's so silly. So, I think I mean, you might argue that that's not something you should be afraid of, and that's something you should, like, you should, learn to take that as a part of life, but, I mean, I get it, because it doesn't feel good to be judged, it doesn't feel good to, be, be put through all that. You know? And it feels especially bad because it's someone you like. So you're getting humiliated by someone you like. Now, of course, that depends entirely on the person. But, you know, the worst you can say is no. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not true. The worst you can say isn't always no. And that's what makes it scary. It's that they might actually laugh at you, right? And this isn't me saying that you shouldn't still try, because I think it is very important that you try to develop as a person and become the kind of person who could handle it without breaking down. Because otherwise you're never going to do anything in life. You need to be able to handle that so that someday you will find good connections. But I acknowledge that it's quite a difficult thing. You know, it's I feel like I'm just stating the obvious right now. I'm not even sure if I'm saying anything profound. But it can be really mortifying to ask someone out. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, I read Kit Kat's message. Yeah, social anxiety is a big part of it. Like, imagine you're someone with, like, severe social anxiety. You struggle to even talk to someone, like, normally, right? You struggle to talk to someone on the street. Or you struggle to talk to, like, someone in a platonic way. Or even to talk to, like, a shopkeeper, right? Imagine how much more difficult it would be. Making yourself vulnerable and confessing that you have feelings for someone. And then risking them, like, you know, looking at you and being like, yo, you really thought that we were like that? You know, that kind of... Now, that's not always the case, though. You need to, like... It depends on the person, because... I'd argue you shouldn't really be going for people who are gonna have that attitude towards you. You should try... I mean, I have always had a preference for people who are, like, gentle and kind and would not laugh just for asking someone out, you know. I feel like that would be... That's not the kind of person I tend to, like, get close with, generally. So... I would personally say, you know, aim for people who are not the kind of people who would do that, who would laugh at you. But that's also... I don't know if that's good advice either, because, like, you don't know ahead of time, do you? You don't know a person, sometimes. Here's the thing, right? I think... Okay, my thoughts are getting together now. What I'd say is a lot of dating nowadays is like... It's like a business. It's like a job. It's like you go use these dating apps. You go and you set it up. It's like this weird kind of, like, ritual. Where it's like, oh, you know, we're gonna find you a date, we're gonna send you out on these blind dates, we're gonna get you to meet these people, we're gonna blah blah blah. That's not help. That's not really a good culture. It doesn't work out too well. People don't really get good connections through that, from what I can see. You know, dating apps never go well. What I'd say is you need to grow. You know, you need to grow, like... Actually, no, this isn't even applicable. I'm yapping. Because, yeah, this isn't... Alright, what are you guys talking about? I feel like if they let you having feelings ruin the relationship, they weren't the best friend. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because, like, if someone that I don't like were to admit that they like me, I wouldn't laugh in their face about it, right? I wouldn't be like, oh, haha, you're so pathetic. What is wrong with you? Like, I would be like, you know, I don't feel the same way, and I'm sorry to reject you like this, but, like, you know, I just don't, you know. And I think that's how people should be reacting when people get rejected. I think it fucking sucks that people are so mean about it, because that's what makes people so afraid to do these things in the first place. I'd rather die than confessing and getting rejected. See, that's how a lot of people feel, and that's, you know... If you get rejected, you low-key just gotta get on your hands and knees and say, please, 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 over and over again until they accept your confession. That is true, Salad. Holy crap. Good advice. That actually works. You promise you won't laugh in my face, Exhibit Uwu? Of course not, Moxie. I would never laugh in your face after if you confess. I would never do that. I'm gonna be nice about it. Something that can be real awkward is when you're friends with someone that rejected you and their current partner is treating them poorly. Yeah, it's a interesting situation. Cause like, yeah, I don't know. One time I confessed and this guy visibly cringed. Oh no. Oh no. That's so bad. Alright, I feel like I missed a lot of messages. Have I missed anything? Alright, yeah, I think you guys talked about some stuff earlier, but I don't really need to get involved. Okay, here's what I will say, though. I know, TD is kind of bummed about, like, being rejected. Or, like, being, like, ugly and stuff, in his own words. I'm not calling him ugly. There are people... Like, not everyone... like, cares about looks. I would say most people care about looks. Honestly, most people do. But, like, genuinely, there are people out there who don't really care about them much. And the other thing to keep in mind is that if you really like someone, or, like, if you get along with someone in terms of personality really well, you might be more okay with them not looking a certain way. And your standards might be lower in terms of, like, their appearance, because, like, you're attracted to their personality enough that their appearance kind of becomes more, not just more bearable to you, it becomes nice to you, you know? You like someone's personality enough that they become attractive to you, even though they wouldn't have been if you didn't know them personally, if you didn't know their personality. So, it's definitely not the case that, like, ugly people are, like, 100% screwed. It is harder, and I think society is based in a way where we prioritize aesthetics above a lot of other things. You know, there's disadvantages you face purely based off of, you know, how you look. But it is not the case that it's impossible. I think, especially if you're willing to lower your own standards too, which may be kind of difficult because it's hard to control our preferences. But you can always find someone else who will... There's going to be someone out there who will like you. Exhibit, that's true, I'm way more into personality. Hot people can be awful too, and worse, boring. Yeah. So there's a lot of people who are superficial and will be like, you know, I just want someone who's hot, and that's all I really care about. Most people care about a bit of both. They're like, I want someone who, you know, I want someone who looks good, but I maybe care more about their personality, or maybe they care about both equally, I don't know. But then there's some people who legitimately don't care about appearance at all. I've actually met people like that. Like, I met someone once who was like, yeah, no, I just... Appearance just isn't, like, a factor. Well, of course, people can lie as well, but I don't think everyone's lying about that. I think some people genuinely don't care about appearance. Anyway, my point is, you don't... Having, like, less, being less conventionally attractive doesn't mean you have no chance. You kind of just need to find... It might take a while, but you might find someone that you get along with personality-wise, they like who you are as a person. And then they'll fall in love with you. But... You know, It takes a while. But then the focus should be, focus on what you can control. You can't, you can control appearance to some degree, if the reason why you're conventionally unattractive is due to, like, weight, you can, like, exercise and, like, change your diet. But there are some... that depends on what conditions you have. Some people have conditions that make it harder to lose weight and stuff. But it also, maybe the reason why you look unattractive isn't because of that. Maybe it's just because it's how, genetics and stuff. In which case, you gotta focus on what you can change, Try to dress nicely. Apply, just do what you can about your appearance that is available to you. But then even maybe stop focusing on honing the whole appearance aspect. You can just focus more on developing who you are as a person. Because personality, for the people that you probably... the people you probably want to be going with regardless of whether you're ugly or not. You should probably be going for people who care more about who you are rather than how you look. Right? You should be aiming for people who care about who you are. And so, you should hone your personality. You should try to be the kind of person that would be likable. And that might mean becoming, like a stronger, more independent person who can handle themselves. That might involve being more mature. It can involve a wide range of things. And the other thing to mention is that people find resentment quite unattractive. If you go into this being like, man, or like, not, I don't know if resentment's the right word. Like being negative about it, being like a doomer, being like, I'm never gonna get anyone and nothing is ever gonna go my way. That in itself is gonna, put people off. Imagine, if you go up to someone and you're like, what's the point? You're not gonna like me anyway. You all hate me. That's not gonna work. What you sort of need to do is, even if it's difficult, you need to believe that it's possible. That's the first step. You can't just think, this is gonna fail, no matter what. You try to... People will be more attracted to you if you have the attitude of, this can work. People can like me. There are things about me that are likable. Because everyone's got something about them that's likable. Even if you're physically unattractive, or there are many things about you that aren't good, you can still be likable. And you should focus on what is likable. And try to hone that. I've missed so many messages. It's hard to keep up. Maybe that's suffering from success here. Yeah. The majority of the girls I know don't care about appearance. In my personal experience, I find men caring more. Yeah, it's like, I'm not really sure who cares. What? I mean, maybe. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, probably. Anyway. It's complicated. Anyway, I think we need to give up on reading everything that I've missed. I'm gonna give up on that, because I'm not gonna be able to read all that. For real, mail me half your chatters, please. I mean, if we do another collab, they might start. That'd be the equivalent of mailing them to you. I'm sure a lot of them would stay around on your channel if we do that. Okay, but I feel like since people approach me a lot, since I look friendly, I haven't developed social skills. I don't have an idea how to flirt since I've never tried, and if I try, it'd be awkward. Only time you're supposed to mail people is out of slavery. Yeah, they made that illegal, I'm pretty sure. I flirt with everyone so that way nobody can tell if I'm trying for real. It's been terrible Monday. How to relationships? Gonna drive. Let's hope we don't get pulled over again. Yeah, don't do another drive-by shooting, Salad. No more shootings. No more shootings. Just say, hi, I'm new to this. Can you help me out? Alright, alright. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. Embarrassing moment from your life. I went to a Renaissance fair for the very first time when I was in my teens. The first day, my mom pushed me into a dunk tank while I was cleaning the wooden sword that got from me in it. I literally jumped out as soon so I splashed in. Okay, so I think as soon as I splashed in. It's probably. The next day I went there again. I got put in the stocks because I was messing around with my brother, ordered by the king, and in order to get out of the situation I had to sing I'm a Little Teapot with the 2 arresting officers who held me there. After that I chased my friend down because he took pictures of me in the stocks. Good times. Written by Tess. Tess Tsukuyomi. Yeah, that does sound embarrassing. The freaking the king ordered you to freaking sing in order to be released. That seems more like a little fun moment. Like it was embarrassing, but it was embarrassing in a fun way. So that's good. That's one of the nicer, more pleasant answers here. Let me check. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say about that. I don't have any big spiel to go on about Renaissance fairs. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. Believing your Discord notifications are the new videos alert. And they didn't leave a name. Yeah, I guess every time you get a Discord notification, you're like, oh, wow! Is it a new Exhibit A? Is it a new Exhibit A? And it's not. It's just your friends wanting to hang out. You don't even need those, right? You just need Exhibit A. I love Renaissance fairs. I went to one before quarantine happened. Yeah, I've never been to a Renaissance fair. They seem cool, though. I'd like to try it out. It's only the 3rd one? Yeah, this is the... No, this is... Well, this current one's the 5th one. The Renaissance fair one was the 4th one. You example B, yes! Mine is about a junior ROTC field trip. I don't know what ROTC is, but we'll find out whenever I read. Hello, Bulletproof Bish. There's so many of you have joined that I actually haven't said hi to. I think. Mr. Weenus, hello. I'm gonna not... Trevion. Hello, Trevion. I don't know if that's how I spell or pronounce your name. What ones have we done yet? Oh yeah, that's what the other person was responding to. 07 Nerds got a date. Alright, Misty. Good luck out there. Remember to... You know... Don't let the affection give you an infection. Put some protection on that erection. Do not be getting your date pregnant, Misty. That'd be bad. GROTC. Okay, it's a high school thing. Bulletproof Bish is me. Oh, you're the same person. Okay, got multiple accounts. Okay. So by the way, I apologize if I've missed any big things you guys have said, because I can't catch up with everything that anyone said. Yeah. All right. But I'm gonna try to catch them from here on, instead of trying to catch the new ones and the old ones at the same time. It's not a good strategy. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. Oh, okay, we've already got this. When I was in junior ROTC, there was a helicopter that had just landed, and I asked my senior master sergeant, "How much do I have to pay you to get me on that?" He replied, "I'll do it for free." And like 15 minutes later, my lieutenant colonel, 4 of my friends, and myself were on that helicopter. My lieutenant colonel has a video of me screaming, "I shouldn't have opened my mouth, I hate this." My lieutenant colonel is known to record stuff, with our consent lol, for recap videos. He showed me screaming my head off in the recap video to show my classmates after we got back. I was very embarrassed because of being in that video. Written by Riku. This is another fun, embarrassing moment. That's very cool. Everyone's living their lives. It's interesting though, isn't it? How, like, a lot of the times negative emotions can actually be positive for us. Like, embarrassment is supposed to be a negative emotion. It's supposed to be. But in so many cases we feel embarrassment and it's like a fun thing. If it's the right context. And I think that's interesting. Because we... You know, it's like... It's kind of like sometimes if you're stressed out during like a sports game, that can be fun. Or if you're sad watching a movie, that's fun, even though sadness is a negative emotion. If a movie makes you cry, that usually means that you liked the movie. You view it positively, you view it as a positive experience, even though you experienced something negative. It's very interesting how emotions are sort of complex like that. And sometimes something feels bad in the moment, but then whenever you look back on it as a memory, you view it positively. You know, I have nothing much to say about that. I just think it's interesting. But yeah, like ROTC, I think that's like, from what has been said to me, I'm guessing that's like military, like cadets kind of thing. You know, like military, but for high schoolers. We are? Nice, I had no idea. Atlas, you didn't know about your date that you're about to go on. Did I miss mine, or did I make it? Oh, we haven't done yours yet, don't worry. I have a lot of embarrassing moments with crushes. I never confess, but I become kind of a stalker and embarrass myself. Damn, stalking, huh? Yeah, a lot of people find it hard to get past that initial stage of, like, confessing for the first time. You sound like you're in that camp, like you've never confessed before. Because you've just always been, like, afraid of it. That's a hard first, like, barrier to get past. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. I have to be quiet as I'm like reading through things. I'm trying to catch up. Alright. Next one. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. It all started the day I was born, my very existence. I will find a way to embarrass myself without fail. Written by Pop-Tart Snake. What? Snake, I don't think your existence is an embarrassment. I think you're very cool, and I think you're going to do cool and good things in this life, so don't be saying that. It's not embarrassing. You're going to do cool things. You are the Pop-Tart Snake, after all. playing a game right now, but you guys are my background noise. Yeah. I shall go now. Alright, see you around, bulletproof bish. Yeah. You're not embarrassing. Never think of yourself as an embarrassment. If you think of yourself as an embarrassment, you're more likely to do things that seem embarrassing. Sometimes the way that you perceive yourself affects how you come across to people. It affects how you end up projecting yourself, you know? You have to... Your mentality affects a lot of things. It affects a lot. So... if you think of yourself as a winner, you're more likely to be a winner. Embarrassing moment from your life. It was some summer school art camp thingy. Some girl was being noisy, so I put my finger over my lips and shushed her. Might have used my middle finger. This was also when I was in 1st or 2nd grade, maybe. This one was written by Unknown. Right, so you tried to shush her by putting your finger over your lips and you accidentally used middle finger. I don't know, just kind of makes you seem more like you're being sassy. You're like, shut up! Shut up, you bitch! Shut up with the middle finger. You were being extra mean about it. Did you... wait, I don't know if you did it by... did you do it by accident, or was it intentional? But yeah. I don't know. I feel like that kind of thing only is embarrassing if you do it accidentally. If you do it intentionally and you're like confident about it, then you just come across like you're, you know, like you're mean, but maybe you're mean in a cool way. Lexi's highest wish in life is being background noise. My highest wish in life is to be cool and epic. That is what it is. Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. Do you know a group of pandas are called an embarrassment? That's not true. You may... surely not. Gonna go eat lunch? Alright, enjoy, Belle. Accidentally used my middle finger on my dad. Oh, I'm guessing that didn't go well. Thank you for not using the J word. Yes, we appreciate Thomas not using the J word. We don't allow slurs in here. We don't want people to get triggered. Some people don't want to have the J word, you know, they don't want to like... They don't want to have to earn money. The J word kind of like triggers people. If they are unemployed, you know? Okay, okay. But yeah, glad you're here on your break. You're gonna enjoy this while you munch. Next answer. An embarrassing moment from your life. Back in grade 8, I developed my first crush, who I'll still call the root beer girl, as I always do. Your first crush? Don't you still have a crush on her? Because you've mentioned her, like, recently. Your first crush, you still like her after all this time. That's crazy. You've never told her. At first, I felt somewhat hopeful that something that felt good happened in my life. I told one of my besties the news. Spoiler alert, it didn't take long for that hope to die. At the time, I was in my old friend group of 6 boys and 1 girl, the root beer girl. Half those boys, including me, liked her. She ended up dating one of those boys, not me. Still remember being an unaware boy of what was truly happening, as she told me she was dating him. Still remember a period of denial afterwards. My bestie ended up telling others in the group about my crush. Soon it spread to the whole class. I was bullied and made fun of all the time for it. She was the only one that didn't treat me like crap about it. A lot of that contributed to the way I am now. Before it all, I was actually very innocent. Oh no, that's terrible. Like, yeah, I know what that's like, you know, to have a crush on somebody who likes someone else or is dating someone else. That really hurts. And it feels terrible, and it feels hopeless, you know? Like, there's something you want more than anything else in the world, but you feel like you can never have it. And it's sad. And it's even worse because they ended up spreading it around and bullying you for it, which is... Yeah, people are just horrible, especially in school. Because school operates in a very cult-like way, where students just kind of follow what's popular, and they'll make fun of people if they're unpopular. And it's just a rat race. They're just trying to do what will get approval from other people. None of them have any morals, right? It's never about their own values. When you're in high school and you're like part of the main body of students, you don't have values. You're not an individual. If something is popular among, you know, in your school with the others, you're gonna like it. And if something is unpopular in your school, then you're not gonna like it. Because at the end of the day, the way people act isn't based on what they actually want to do. It's just based on what will get them approval from other people at school. And, you know, school is a bit cult-like in that way. It's just all a big, you know, it's about throwing other people under the bus so that you can elevate yourself. And, you know, past a certain point, I sort of realized that whenever I was in school. And, you know, it was... you know, it was interesting, because, like, I'd become a bit better liked in school. You know, I started out being really unpopular, to the point where, at one point, I was even referred to as a reject among rejects. They actually called me that, because even the freaking unpopular kids at school, even they thought I was kind of pathetic. Even they didn't like me. I was a reject among rejects. The freaking rejects didn't like me. And it was sad. But then, years later, I got people to like me more. And I don't know if popular would be the right word, but just about everybody liked me. I wasn't anybody's, like, close friend, but I was, like, or at least not by this period. I had got closer friends later. But I wasn't, I didn't, even though I didn't have close friends, I was the one person that everybody was chill with. And so that's how things ended up. So I ended up being, like, semi-popular, maybe? I don't know if that's the right word. And I remember, like, people in the past who used to be, like, there was this one girl, and earlier on in secondary school, shall I say, which is like middle school and high school together, you know, she was like, the teacher assigned me to sit next to her, and she was like, oh, ew, do I have to sit next to him? Really? And I remembered that because it was an unpleasant moment. Fast forward several years, that same girl, I walk into the classroom, and she's like, oh, sit next to me. Shit next to me. But yeah. And, you know, I think that kind of goes to show how the whole thing works. And, you know, I got to the top of the, you know, I became well-liked. I escaped the rat race. But then I looked at all the other people, and I looked at the people who hadn't escaped the rat race. I saw, like, there was this one girl who was... You know, we were both unpopular before together, but now I was better liked, and she still wasn't. And, you know, it was kind of unfortunate seeing it. You know, it was just, I don't know. I'm not even saying anything special here. I'm just telling my freaking high school life story, I guess. The exhibit proved them all wrong and transformed into a virtual anime boy in the middle of class, and everyone started cheering. That's true! Oh, exhibit should have found juggalos. Yeah, that's like a... I think I remember what that is. You described it before. That's why I, quote-unquote, hate popular or mainstream things. People just experience it because everyone else does, and not because it's something they choose. Yeah, it's like a... I mean, I'm not gonna say that liking something popular is just bad. You know? You can like it You can like popular things for genuine reasons. You shouldn't just be contrarian for the sake of it. But it is true that a lot of people just do stuff because it's popular, right? It's not... It's just... Especially in how people form their... It was particularly bad in how people form their morals and how they treat people and how they... All that. People just go on what's popular. The way people tend to form their beliefs is they don't base their beliefs off of, does this have suitable evidence to support it? They base it off of thinking, how will people feel about me if I believe this? Is this belief socially acceptable? Is this belief going to have me viewed positively? That's how most people approach how they form their beliefs. And I think that's not a good thing. So, I don't know. We live in a society. That's the message. That's the message. We live in a society. Okay. It's awful. I just can't understand people that behave like that. Luckily, in my school, there wasn't a thing like popular people. Everyone was trying to socialize with everyone unless they were dangerous or problematic. Seems like your school is a bit healthier. I mean, my school was in like a... It's like a low-budget school in like a run-down kind of part of town. So, it didn't have the best people. I'm gonna have to go in a bit? Oh, alright. Gonna miss the whole damn paragraph I wrote. Let's run through these quicker to see if we can get to, like, the later ones. Oh, what a coincidence! We're on Spider Guy's one right now. An embarrassing moment from your life. Sorry, this one's kinda long. I tried to short it, but you can skip it if you don't want to read all that. Now we're reading all that. Throughout middle school, I had this classmate that would persistently bully me. In 7th grade, he eventually learned who my crush was at the time. I don't remember how he even got that info out of me, but one day he was sitting next to me during class and the teacher stepped out. As soon as the teacher left, my bully whispered to me, "Hey, I got you. I want to go tell your crush how you feel." Obviously, I was mortified, and it's important to note that I was way too anxious to ever even talk to my crush at the time. Like, I legit never spoke to her once. I just thought she was really pretty, and seemed interesting with the way she carried herself. Anyways, I begged him not to tell her, but he obviously ignored me. I watched as he marched right over to her and pointed at me while whispering it all to her. When she looked at me, I for some reason made the split-second decision to put on a sort of confused face and pretend I had no clue what was happening. I really have no idea why I thought that would be a good idea, because I'm sure it just made me look constipated. So, she just got told that this quiet and shy kid that she's never once interacted with actually has a crush on her, and when she turns to look at him, he has this weird-ass expression on his face. She obviously looked very confused, so I just turned back around to face my desk and waited for it to be over. My bully eventually came back to sit down, but then literally nothing ever even happened as a result of all that. I never talked to her afterwards to try and clear things up or anything like that, because I was a young, deeply socially anxious teen. I just assumed she thought I was weird and that it was all Jover for me. This one is written by Spider Guy. Spider Guy. Oh man. Yeah, we've all had... There's so many moments here of, like, bad experiences with, like, crushes or, like, embarrassing times with, like, just... Yeah, with... It's a universal experience, I think. Universal. But that just... It's core to who we are. You know, we grew to like people. And so it feels bad when we're made a fool of in front of them. We want their approval, we want their love, their affection. We want their warmth. It's nature. It's human nature. I think that love is an important part of life, and feelings are an important part of life. You should try to aim to have something like that in your life if you desire it, and not give up on it, even if it's difficult. We can all make it. You need to believe in yourself. Believe. You can have what you're looking for. You have the power. If you like someone, even if they end up not liking you, someday you will find someone. There's someone out there who's suited to you. And if someone rejects you, then good. that just means they weren't the right one. And now you know that. And that will improve you, make you better at finding who's really right for you. And you know, it's no loss to you, because do you really want to be with someone who doesn't like you anyway? It's not a loss. You haven't lost anything. That is the way it should be. So, if you confess your love to someone, regardless of whether the outcome is positive or negative, whatever happens is what should have happened. You know, whatever happens is what is always meant to be. They reject you, they're not into you, you know, good, you should know that. If they are into you, then obviously that's a good thing, because then you never would have found out if you never tried. That's the way you should think about these things. We can all make it. There is hope. No matter how bad things seem, no matter how much you're struggling, it is always possible to do better, because there's so many people out there who have struggled and been through so much, but then in the end they got what they wanted. In the end they did it. In the end they you know, you might think, no, I'm too far gone. I'm too pathetic, too unlikable, too socially anxious, too socially inept. But there's people out there who were way worse than you. Who were way worse than you, but they got better. So just think about that. You're never alone. You may be alone, but you're not alone in being alone. And that's the important thing to keep in mind. There's lots of people out there who've been through that and have gotten better. And if they can do it, then so can you. Because you're cool, and you're awesome. And you should tell yourself that, because the more you tell yourself it, the more you believe it. That's why I talk about how I'm cool all the time. Alright? I talk about how fucking cool and amazing I am. I do that because if I say it enough, I start to believe it and it helps me. That's why I do it. So you guys should do it too. Like, genuinely, that's my genuine advice here. I think if you want to improve your view of yourself, you should do what I do. Just talk about how amazing you are as like a joke. Because like, it's shown that whenever people use lots of self-deprecating humor, it actually makes them view themselves more negatively. And so the reverse is also true. So if you're someone who makes a lot of self-deprecating humor about how horrible you are, just reverse that. Joke about how awesome you are. Be like, holy shit, I'm fucking boss of this. Yo, what the hell? I'm so cool. Like, just, you say, do what I do. Do what I do. That's how you... That's a start. Such a jerk move? Yes, it is definitely a jerk move. Believe in the me that believes in you. Yes! Believe in the me that believes in you, for real. Who did it, Spider? Yeah, we gotta, yeah, get a shotgun. See, we can... I entirely gave up on mustering up the courage to after that, bro. I was so shy back then. Makes sense. Kinda fake it till you make it, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you would have fit in with Juggalos so well? Really? Okay. But yeah, I hope you find that to be good. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. So I was playing Spin the Bottle with a girl and her two friends. The girl had a crush on me, apparently. I grew up with a kid-friendly version of Spin the Bottle, and when it landed on a person, it would be Truth or Dare. So I did that. Turns out, that's not how the game works. I was called Daredevil for 2 years after that, and the girl didn't get a smooch. I see. Okay, so you were just supposed to kiss the person it landed on, but you weren't playing that version. And and then you didn't. Oh, that's a shame. I'm assuming you regret that, right? You, like, wish that you did kiss the girl. I'm assuming. From the way you've written this. It is unfortunate. You fumbled the bag. It happens to the best of us, though. Happens to the best of us. You know what you do? You keep that memory. You move along, and you do better. You look back on that, and next time you'll do the right thing. It was me. Ah, Mr. Weenus. Yeah, you didn't put your name on it. Who is this again? Daredevil is a badass name. Yeah, actually, it's weird that they called you that as a derogatory thing, because Daredevil is actually cool. Like, what the hell? Yeah. Like to imagine all the ones that are submitted without a name are an unknown person. It would make sense. They are submitted by an unknown person. Alright, next one. What's an embarrassing moment from your life? Making Menhera Mondays. Menhera Mondays, it's spelled wrong. Written by, apparently, Exhibit A. It's just not me. Menhera? Why'd you misspell it? What the hell's Menhera? This Menhera. Menhera, that's a mentally ill girl. That's what it means. Menhera. Who's writing this? Nah. Menhera Monday is not embarrassing. Menhera Monday is cool. It's cool. Cool people watch it, and cool people produce it. And every time you watch it, you become slightly cooler. That's how it works. Oh, what the fuck, E7? No, it's not me! Menhera, yeah, they freaking did it wrong. Not being able to spell your own show, man, that's kind of embarrassing, Exy. No! It's not me. When Exhibit hates me. What? Yeah, I can't tell whether Toy would like it more or not if I actually hate her. I feel like she'd be more of a fan. It's not him, you guys. I'll bet it was Salad Spider. Yeah, the collective singular person known as Salad Spider. Or as maybe it's their, like, Mpreg child. Salad Spider. I feel the coolness just overcoming me every time I watch. Yes! The coolness just comes all over you. It really does. That was not me. Why are you saying it that way, Salad? Now I... Don't rope me into this. Spider salad just sounds crunchy. Oh, it does. Oh, dear. I wouldn't want to eat a spider salad. Foot preg shot. Foot preg. That should not. That word should not exist. That is not in the Bible. What the hell? No. Don't speak of that. Foot preg. Why is that a thing? What? Oh my god. They just keep inventing new ways to, like, make God hide in heaven from his creations. Alright, anyway. Anyway, next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. When Peachy caught me gooning. Written by Exhibit A, apparently. This is not me, guys. Bro. It's not me. It's not me. Who's writing these? Salad. It is you, Salad. I know it's you. It's your vibe. This is definitely you, Salad. I've settled on it. Sure, it's in the Bible. Foot preg is how Jesus was made. That's not true! That's not how it happened! God impregnated Mary. Like a normal person. He didn't freaking... nothing to do with feet. No, I'm so serious, it's not me. Like anyone's gonna believe that, Salad. No, I'm so serious, it's not me. Wait, so Mary isn't a virgin? Well... I mean... I don't know, it's like a... I mean, I guess it doesn't count if it was God, right? If Menhera Monday is so good, where's Menhera Monday 2? That's a good question. Yeah, I just haven't released a sequel yet. Everyone say it, ban salad, ban salad, ban salad. Are you kink-shaming the foot lovers? Listen, you can like it if you want. But... okay, come on, foot... I'm not kink-shaming, alright? I'm kink-asking why. I'm kink-asking why. What does that even look... why is the foot itself pregnant? Does it get, like... what is this? Like, I just hear that word, and I'm like, what does this even describe? What does this look like? Are you kink-shaming their perspective on Jesus Christ? My name is Commander Shepard, and I approve the following message: ban salad. Yeah, we may need to ban salad, guys. Alright. Honestly, I forget the original message that led to us talking about foot preg. Alright. The baby bump is on the sole of the foot. I made it up myself. Did you make up the concept? You invented it? You invent... why... the internet's already freaky enough. You don't need to, like, invent new things. Alright, world's already freaky enough. You're here making it worse. Alright. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. There are so many to choose from. How am I supposed to pick just one? Innumerable times I've answered someone thinking they were talking to me when they were on the phone or talking to someone else. Countless times I've confidently corrected someone when I turned out to be in the wrong. That time in middle school, I forgot to sign my name on a paper, and the teacher asked whose paper it was. All the kids decided it must belong to a boy. The handwriting is such awful chicken scratch. Yet I had to claim it to get credit. Failing the obstacle courses and presidential fitness tests in gym class. So many failed pickup lines. A handful of times I've fallen or smashed my face off my desk trying to jump into my rolling chair at work. Also, the first guy I ever made out with blocked me on all social media when I was quote-unquote too into him in the aftermath. Which was especially embarrassing since I just finished breaking up with my boyfriend in favor of the dude. There was one time when I was starting a new job and walked up to a group conversation about social awkwardness. I decided to try joining. What I meant to say was, "Oh yeah, I'm socially awkward." But what I did say was, "Oh yeah, I'm sexually awkward." No one said anything and I left. I think it's a benefit to my life that most of the times I've embarrassed myself as an adult, I've been too drunk to remember. Don't forget to like the video. Written by Toybox. Wow, you included a lot of them here. I think this is cheating. You did more than one embarrassing moment. You've like, this is giving you too many points. You're getting ahead of everyone unfairly. If you win Menhera Monday because you included more than one question, I think the others might be mad. They might be mad at you because you like cheated. Man, that might be. But that was a lot of stuff here. The first guy you ever made out with blocked you on all social media, and you broke up with your boyfriend for him. That's crazy. That's gotta feel horrible. You've had a lot of stuff happen to you, like, over the stuff that I've read from you and heard from you over time. You've lived quite a life. You've, like, seen everything. It doesn't help that your rice test score was, like, purity score was really, really low. So, like, you've experienced a lot of things in that realm, too. You're crazy. You've got like a whole bunch of stuff. You've experienced everything. I suppose I sort of envy you, not in terms of the bad stuff, but in terms of the good stuff. Like, I want to experience lots of things throughout my life. I want to be in a lot of cool situations, you know. And I want to be in a lot of. I want to be in a lot of weird sexual situations too, like weird in a good way, you know. Like I hear stories from other people sometimes about their like weird or like their like sexual escapades and like all the stuff that they've done. And I'm like, I sometimes feel a bit jealous. I'm like, whoa, I want to do that stuff. I want to experience what it's like to go to a sex club. That sounds like fun. I want to experience what it's like to go to like a festival, like a BDSM festival. Like a lot of people would be freaked out by that, but I think that stuff's cool. I want to see it. I want to go to a festival where there's some like woman walking around being like, "Oh, free use, anyone can touch me." It's like that sounds interesting to me. I think that's something that'd be interesting to experience, you know? So, I don't know. This on my bucket list. What I just tuned back into? Nothing. Bro had a purity score of -8. Yo, same exhibit, real based AF. Yeah. I feel like half the shit I say... half the shit I say nowadays on stream is stuff that I would have never imagined myself ever saying to friends, let alone to the whole internet. Things have definitely changed. They should make BDSM conventions, but without the BDSM and with tanks and planes and shit. Yo, that, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I think it'd be very hard pressed to find someone doing public use, though. Probably not public use in the sense of, like, anyone can fuck me, but, like, I'm sure there'd be people who are like, oh, anyone can touch me, right? I think that's a thing at, like, BDSM festivals, you know? Because, like, there's complications if it's like, oh, anyone can fuck me, because there's, like, diseases and stuff, you know? But you can, yeah, you can just... I'm pretty sure that's the thing, you know? But yeah, like, I hear about people's experiences, and it's like, most people are freaked out by that, but I'm just fascinated. I'm like, that sounds cool. When you see my comments, I'm missing a lot of things, Toy. You'll get their exhibit besides your famous ASM artist and VTuber. Yeah, I'm gonna use my YouTube channel and my status as a content creator to obtain these fun situations. I'm gonna pressure my fans into doing things with me. I'm gonna take advantage of my fans. Yeah. I don't know what else I've missed. Alright. When he sees them, he's just ignoring them. That's not true. Daniel, stop telling lies because he hates you. You're gonna get her excited now. Stop that. She is literally going to, like, coom on her screen if you keep saying that. Sounds non-toxic at all? Yeah, exactly. It sounds amazing. Yes, exactly. That's, like... Locking that up for Scotland Yard? No. You guys are gonna clip this in several years after I do it, and you're gonna be like, bro, what? He was being serious? There's actually... There's a VTuber who did that, and she, like, had a... She started, like, an IRL harem of her fans, and it was... She got freaking fired from her VTuber company for doing it. It was very funny. When we get there, it's just XC with a public use sign on him. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. It's just gonna... I'm up? Do you mean you're up for it? Oh, no. XC? Yeah, that's what Daniel seems to be calling me, it looks like. It's still funny as fuck that Nike's slogan was based off the last words of a serial killer. Really? Is it? Next one? Yeah, I'll move on to the next one soon. I remember that situation. That was wild. Yeah, you know about it? Crazy. Exhibit, I'm gonna send you a thing. Sure thing. Hey, the type of guy to get an FU tattoo. If you like that better, I can call him Hibby. Hibby? I don't know if Hibby... The Exhibit A situation is wild. Yeah, I'm gonna get mega cancelled. Alright, so... Next one. Okay, an embarrassing moment. The first time I told my family... oh wait. Okay, an embarrassing moment. The first time I told my family from Moxie, Peachy, Hulking Enigma, and you was embarrassing. Oh, okay, you told your family about us. First time I told my family about Moxie, Peachy, Hulking Enigma, and you was embarrassing because of the special type of humor you guys have. Question like, since when do you like that simple humor? And stuff like, I hope he isn't serious about that. Were comments I heard often that day, written by Utopia. Yeah, I feel like my streams, and, you know, Moxie's, you know, and Peachy, I think we all kind of have sort of... I haven't seen streams from Hulking Enigma, but yeah, there's a lot of things that I say on stream that if you showed your parents, they'd be concerned and be like... Well, they said, I hope he isn't serious about that. Unfortunately, I am serious about everything that I say on stream. Like, I'm serious about everything. I mean it. All of it. So, yeah. L for them. L for them. That must be... I would never show stuff like that to my parents. I would never do that. I do not want them to know the kinds of things I say here. Twitch terms of service says, Hello, Twitch. Hello. Everything is fine. Nothing bad is happening. Everything is normal here. You gotta be stand for at least 3 months before the tsundere melts its natural order of Exhibit Land. Hibby x Pibby. I guess that kind of works, doesn't it? For imagine getting moist critical, that'd be Pog. Yeah. Having a video made about me by moist critical would be... it would definitely be... What do you call? It'd be like a rite of passage. It'd show that I really made it. I'm sure it is. Yes, it is. Twitch terms of service. Trust me. So you really are a sister fister woman abuser? I mean, yeah. When have I ever denied that? Yeah, Daniel, I could not say that. So they're gonna get cancelled for caring about the fans. Yeah, I just care about my fans. And I just, you know... I just care about them so much that I want them to, like... you know... It's just called caring. It's just called caring, man. I should win Menhera Monday because I involved cock. What? Alright, I'm reading too far back. Toy score was a 5, I think? Really? 5? That's low as hell. What if I give you 20 subs? How would you do that? Don't be using bots. I don't want bots. If it's real people, sure. Alright, next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. It's kind of hard to find which moment in my life was embarrassing, especially when some of those moments would keep me up at night. But I guess I'll talk about one when I was in high school. One day, I had got dropped off at school by my mom. All of a sudden, the music I was listening to was cutting out. I looked for my phone in my pockets and backpack and realized it was still in the car. At that moment, I didn't think much of the stupid idea, but I ran after the car. As I ran, my backpack unzips and everything falls out. My laptop, papers, and binders fall out, and my earbuds in my ear fell off. I trip and hurt my knee, causing it to bleed. This one's written by Kit Kat. Oh no, this sounds... Ah, that sounds terrible. That sounds like such a... And were people watching too? Did people see that happen? I'm guessing that they did, because it keeps you up at night. But even without people watching, it'd feel terrible, like... Oh, because then you'd have to put it all back in your bag, and it'd probably get all dirty, and maybe even wet. And then the laptop would get damaged. That's really bad. And then you got injured on top of all that. So then... If people... All that's horrible even without people watching, so if they are watching, that's even worse. Terrible. I was lucky no one recorded. Yeah. I sent a new answer. Okay, Zana. We'll get to it. Alright, next one... I think, yeah. I tried to buy, let's say, contraceptive, and my heart, I tried to buy, let's say, contraceptive, and my card kept declining. There was a mom and child who kept looking at me. And this one does not have a name. Oh no! Bro. Bro. Yeah, it is embarrassing to buy stuff like that. Because, like, you're always wondering, like, oh, I don't want anyone to see, this is embarrassing. Like, I had to buy them once from a store. And, like, I was just looking over my shoulder. I was like, no, I don't want anyone to see. And I went to, like, the self-checkout because I didn't want to, I didn't want anyone to see it. So I put it over the thing on the machine. And then I bought it. And, like, the whole time I was just like, I don't want anyone to see. And, like, even in the aisle, I would, like, wait till there was no one else around before I grabbed it. And, like, it's kind of childish, but it's embarrassing, you know? But yeah, anyway, I eventually bought them, and I brought them home, and then I proceeded to not use them the whole year. Because, I did not... I bought them because I was like, I'm in university. It's time. It's time to get out there and be cool. Rah! This is the year. This is the year. And I bought it, and then brought it home, and I never used it. And then, university's over now. So, yeah, that's how that went. It makes anyone feel better. I miss half your embarrassing stories because I'm garbage at splitting attention between chat and the streamer. Fair enough. I'm also bad at that. Except I'm the streamer, so it doesn't work so well. I'm supposed to be professional. You don't want people to know you buy condoms? Means you're gonna fuck. Not necessarily. I didn't use them. The condoms that I'm talking about in that story. But yes. okay, Exhibit, you'll still need them for the BDSM festivals you'll attend. I had to toss them away so my parents wouldn't see them because they were helping me move, and my parents are very like religious. They would not approve of me doing that stuff outside of marriage, so I had to like hide them and throw them away because they were gonna help me move out back home for the summer. So unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. People don't know you're not gonna use them. I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess the Chad move is to just do it confidently and be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck. I know the feeling, Exhibit, too well. Yeah, you gotta hide things from your parents. Hide the fact that you're actually a huge degenerate. Okay, next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. This was back when I identified as straight, but heads up, it might be slightly 18+. Back in the 10th grade, I was trying to make new friends after I dumped my old friend group. It used to be cool, before it became too toxic for me. So I started hanging out with this friend group that my friend, let's call her Red for now, wanted me to join. The thing was that all the friends in this friend group were artists, and I'd begun trying to have a serious art career off to the side. So there was this one boy who was a realistic artist, and he was showing off his art. Then when it came to me, I said, "Oh, that's such a cute cactus, and you even put fine details into the dirt." Everyone started laughing, and I didn't get what was going on. I took a second look at it, and I looked even harder, possibly more than what I should have. I flipped it, spun it. I just want to be sure what I was supposed to be seeing apart from the fact that it looked like a cactus and dirt in my head. Red ended up asking just how innocent I was. I was told that it was supposed to be a hairy peen. Not just any kind of hairy peen. This exact same dude's own hairy peen. Written by Belle, the innocent beast. Wait. So he showed you an actual picture of his penis and you thought it was like a painting? Or like his like drawing? Because he does realistic art? Was it a drawing of his penis? Or was it like an actual photo of his penis that you thought was a drawing? Because my good... That's kind of fucked up! He just gave you a freaking dick pic. And you didn't even know it. What the hell? What the flip? I would have just fainted. Yeah. He effectively flashed himself in art form. That's assuming it actually was an art form. Maybe it, I don't know if it was. Because again, their whole thing was that they did realistic art. So then she, if it was a photo, she wouldn't have been able to tell. Because she would have just thought it was another realistic picture, right? Oh goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, what the hell? He just freaking flashed you. What the hell? Man. That's a weird moment. Yeah, I've hid almost the entirety of my online life from my family. Me too. They don't know any of this. It's fun. It's funny just how much of a double life I live, because they think I'm like a pure, innocent, like, soul who's like very, like, religious and holy and whatever, but like I'm doing all this, right? This is, yeah, it's funny. More embarrassing for him that she didn't figure out what it was. Yeah. Maybe. She should have been like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was so small." You should have said that. I didn't realize it was a penis. I thought it was a cactus because it was so small. Next one. Embarrassing moment from your life. I muted someone in a voice chat because they were annoying. I thought it was just for me, but it turns out since I was a mod, it ended up being for everyone. No name written. Yeah, fair. And then, You had to admit to muting them. I guess that's somewhat embarrassing. But yeah, next one. We have a lot of them, so I'm gonna go through them quicker. An embarrassing moment from your life. Quote-unquote, Menhera, Monday, written by Exhibit A. Why? Wrote it again! This was already written, you're just repeating yourself. Except you just put quotes around Menhera. No, no more. That's enough. An embarrassing moment from your life. Not being subscribed to Moxie, written by Moxie Simps. Damn. Yeah, I guess Moxie Simps are embarrassing, are embarrassed that there was ever a time in their life that they were ever not subscribed to Moxie. That is pretty embarrassing. Misty, I was muted. Oh, okay, that was Misty's. Okay. Not for real, your dick gotta look crazy if people think it's a cactus. For real, yeah. Not gonna lie though, I kinda wanna see the painting now. Hopefully it was a painting. At least seems like something that would happen. Oh really? Oh, so you don't know if it happened. You're literally same, Exhibit A. I've kept up the lie of innocence for a long time. Though I never faked being religious, most of my family's atheistic anyways. Why do you randomly change size at times? It's because whenever I move back, I like it gets smaller to like simulate going back. I don't know if it looks good all the time, but that's how it works. You know, I go forward and back, you know. I can like thrust into the camera like I'm having sex, you know. There's some free content for you guys. You can like edit that into something. Yeah, not being subscribed to Moxie when I was born was just so embarrassing. Real. Hello, Kleb. You have no legs? That's true. I'm like PewDiePie. I'm like PewDiePie. PewDiePie had no legs, and I have no legs. It's part of being a content creator. It's a sign that I'm going to be the next big content creator. Okay, I'm back. I was listening, but otherwise distracted. No worries. Alright, so... An embarrassing moment from your life. My first time with Peachy. Written by, apparently, Exhibit A. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't write that. I didn't write that. No, I didn't write that. We would never. Which will occasionally start to wear off and Exhibit shrinks back into a little goblin. Yeah. I do that sometimes. I am actually a goblin. I'm a goblin. Goblin these nuts! Sus? No, what? What's sus? What's sus? What's sus? What's sus? No. If I chop off my legs, that could be a cool YouTuber too. Got the chainsaw already, I'm sure nothing could go wrong. Yeah, exactly. Do it now. You make him a cool YouTuber. If you haven't, then why do I hear barking upstairs? That's just, that's the dog. We just got a dog. We got a dog. Yeah, we got a dog. There's a dog upstairs. There's a dog upstairs. Woof, woof, woof. Alright, next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. The claim that I'm Spider Salad. Written by Exhibit A. What? What have people called me Spider Salad? Are these the allegations? Is this like the fan theory? That I'm actually Spider Salad? I'm Spider Salad this whole time? That'd be crazy. Crazy. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. I dropped hamburger on ground, sad face. No name written. That does sound embarrassing. Can't drop hamburgers. How do your wrists feel, Exhibit? They're kind of like aching a little bit. Anyway. I know that's wrong because I'm the dog, goddammit. That's true, you are the dog. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. I had this crush for a while, almost a year. We spoke every day, and we already jokingly flirted, and their mom was playfully going, "Oh, he likes you," and my crush instantly started insulting my attractiveness. Gagged, and told her I was like a brother and would not talk to me if I did. And, quote-unquote, I liked them as a friend, hopefully. I had to pretend to laugh and smile along, because they didn't know I liked them. Written by I Guess It's Unknown. Oh, this must hurt! No. Your crush... Oh no, the worst she can say is no. My ass. The worst she can say is not no. My crush instantly started insulting my attractiveness, gagged, and told her I was like a brother. I don't think the brother comment is bad. I think that's kind of cool, if anything. But the other stuff, I think the other stuff is not so great. But... And she straight up said she wouldn't talk to you if you confessed. That's horrible. That's so bad. That's like... Oh no. Yeah, that's rough. Like, it's one thing for someone to simply not like you, but for them to be like, oh, if he liked me, I would never talk to him again. That would be disgusting. Ugh. Like, that's painful. That's horrible. That's another level. I can see why you wrote this. We have 11 viewers and only 5 likes on the video. Why the why? Because VTubers are the most oppressed group. We need to help VTubers. Also, maybe read them before and simply not read out the troll ones unless you like getting them. I'm okay reading them out. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. Like, if I seem distressed by them, that's just me pretending. I'm not actually distressed by them. Cough incest. Yeah. Cough, you say? Like Coffin of Andy and Lele, perhaps? Don't get mad, but I'm not subscribed either. What? Daniel! Daniel! Subscribe right now. Do it right now. What the hell? Terrible. What the heck? Got a wolf in sheep's clothing here. Nah. What are you doing? You think the brother thing... Of course you think the brother thing is cool, yeah. I see 16 likes. Cool. I like the video. Hell yes. Good, good, good. I see you exhibit. It's starting to grow on me? Wait, I'm not sure what you mean. Or do you mean the... What are you referring to? I can't tell. Okay, just you know advice. If you like fat trolls, go ahead and feed them. Sure, get fat trolls, yeah. Yo, Coffin of Andy and Lele reference, true. Top 10 anime betrayals, yeah, what the heck? Been betrayed. The incest. More like... Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Right. It's growing on you. The incest is starting to grow on you? Do you mean that you're, like... Do you mean you're becoming interested in incest? Or do you mean you're becoming more okay with the fact that I like it? Like, what are you saying? Are you becoming based? Perhaps? It's funny, actually. I watched a fuck ton of anime, but I can't really name any anime betrayals except for maybe the big one on Bleach. Well, what about Attack on Titan? I won't spoil what the betrayal is, but there's a pretty big betrayal in Attack on Titan. Involving certain characters. Happens multiple times. There's many betrayals in Attack on Titan, actually. But I was thinking of the one, you know, the one where we find out about the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan. Won't be revealing who they are. Oh, X, I don't watch mid-anime. You're gonna piss off so many people with that. I don't really care, though. Lamau Exhibit A, you're opening people to incest, preaching the good word for real. Yeah, holy crap, I'm so happy. That's so great. Okay. Next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. I got so excited for everyone to come to this birthday party, because it was the first one I could invite friends that weren't cousins and grandmas. But they all just hung out with my sister and told me it would be better off if I stayed in my room. What? Was it your birthday party and they said that? Or... Because you invited people. You invited people, so I'm assuming it's your birthday party. But they all just hung out with your sister and told you you'd be better if you stayed in your room? Even though it's your party? That's fucked up. What the hell? No name on this one. That's terrible, what the fuck? You must have felt so sad and lonely. It's sad that some people are just abandoned and treated badly by people like that. It ain't fair, you know? People deserve better. We deserve to be happy, be loved, and surrounded by people who actually care about us, and not superficial, quote-unquote, friends who, like, pretend to be our friend, but are actually don't care about us at all, you know? Did you read my story yet? Yes, Belle, I did read yours. Yours was quite a while back. You missed it by quite a lot. What did you write for... Let me try to... Let me go back to it. Oh yes, you wrote... Yeah, you were the one who wrote about the cactus. The cactus picture. Now, Belle, I actually have a question. Just a point of clarification about your story. The picture that he gave you, was it a drawing? Like a realistic drawing of his penis? Or was it like a photo of his penis? That's what I want to know. Because I read your story and I wasn't sure. Okay, next one. An embarrassing moment from your life. Seeing that collarbone, written by Twitch Terms of Service. Yeah, look at this collarbone. Look at this hot thing right here. Look at it. Look at me breaking the Twitch Terms of Service with my slutty body. Holy crap. I have such Guys, I have such a slutty collarbone. I'm gonna get banned for having such a slutty collarbone. It was a full-on sketch on paper drawing. Okay, so it was a drawing at least. Oof, I'll rewatch it when I have the chance. Lunch took a bit longer than I expected. Based. I always approve of people going back and watching. Hella good. We'll catch up. Thank goodness he didn't color it. You know, when dudes send me dick pics unprompted, I edit funny faces and action marks onto them and send them back. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, Exhibit, you're gonna get graped for collarbone. You know what you're doing. What are you talking about, Toybox? What? Toybox is freaking victim blaming me for having a slutty collarbone. What the hell? He'd draw his own and felt comfortable showing his art to people. Yeah, that's messed up. Have you seen Katanagatari? No, I don't think I know what that is. Is it part of the Monogatari series? Katanagatari. No, okay, that's nothing to do with that. Yeah, I don't know about it. Yeah. Apparently that's all he drew. He didn't just draw his own peen, he also drew his friends' peens, and some of his drawings also came from girls at my school. What? So his friends just showed him their parts, and then he drew them? What the fuck kind of weird, like, art sex cult happened in your high school? What was this? They all just, like stripped naked for each other and, like, had a circle jerk, and then he, like, drew it? Like, what is this? This sounds weird and freaky as hell. What does this guy do? Why did people show that to him? What the hell? How do you convince people to do that? Did he freaking blackmail them into doing it? I didn't stay with that group for long before realizing I was better off being a hermit in high school. Yeah, sounds like it. That's probably the most mild thing they did to me. What? They did worse? No. What the hell? What'd they do to Belle? What'd they do to... Poor Belle, what the heck? Title my tape, Escaping the Sex Cult. Yeah, for real. Was the guy... Yeah. Get a Titanic moment. Far less romantic, though. Hey, dude, can you draw my dick? Yeah, that's probably what he sounded like. Okay, next one. Embarrassing moment from your life. For the whole 2 years of dating my BF, he has suggested to me over and over again to save up for a new mic without being a headset. But today is where I hit embarrassment. Throughout my whole stream, I did on Phasmophobia on Twitch just an hour ago. Which is... Oh, wait. Today is where I hit... Throughout my whole stream, I did on Phasmophobia on Twitch just an hour ago. Which is why I missed half of the stream. My mic broke on stream with my friend Pumpkin King. I'd be talking and my friend could hardly hear me whilst my stream couldn't hear me out at all. Even though I fixed it, I was talking my ass for it with my friend, and yet the audio is that bad I can't even use it for YouTube content. I'm finally now buying the mic my boyfriend suggested to me. Right, so your mic broke during your stream. Oh, that's not good. That's bad. I mean, that's happened to me. And I had to... I think I fixed it, if I remember correctly. I didn't end stream, did I? Yeah, I fixed it. Then there's one time I started stream and it was broken from the start, and then I just had to cancel stream that day, I think. Yeah, it happens. To keep a long story short, my entire school was probably the most horniest school out of the entire state. I got exposed to worse, not just from those people, but the school in general. What the hell? What the hell? Fucking Gooner school. What was that? The fucking school from Dropout? Sounds like it. Alright, well. Hello, Luna. Welcome. Why was he obsessed with drawing dicks? I don't know. Yeah, what the fuck else did they do? I'm with Unknown. I'm worried. There's a reason why I refuse to use their bathrooms. Bro. This was straight up the school from Dropout. You even fucking avoided the bathrooms. Alright, next one. Embarrassing moment from your life. So this happened minutes ago. My grandmother told me she heard me moaning last night. I thought my grandparents were 100% asleep, but boy was I wrong. She even acted my moans. I was trying to keep a confused face, but that didn't work. She just said to do it in my room. She even mentioned she heard me in the bathroom one time. She mentions that if my boyfriend and I actually respect each other, then I don't need to be doing that. I just want to flee and never come back. Written by KK. Is that Kit Kat? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to assume it's Kit Kat if it's not Kit Kat. But... yo. That's crazy. No, that's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. What does she mean? If my boyfriend and I actually respect each other, then I don't need to be doing that. What does that mean? If you respect each other, you won't do, like, sex or e-sex or whatever this was? Bro. That's not how it works. If you respect someone, that means you fuck them. You fuck the people you respect. You fuck people you respect. That's how it works. Yeah, okay, it was Kit Kat. Yeah, no. That's bold of you to write this here. Holy crap, that's crazy. No, that is definitely embarrassing as hell. And that happened... and this happened recently. This happened minutes ago, at the time you wrote this. Like... that your grandmother told you that she heard that. So this was just last night. How fitting that I asked this question. This is such a... this is such a, like, a fitting coincidence that I asked this question. What the hell? It was fate. Thomas dared me. She did... Damn. Thomas! What the heck? She just said to do it in my room. I mean the bath. Right, okay, so Thomas dared you to do it, like, outside your room. And, like, do it, I guess, in the bathroom? Or did you also do it in, like, the living room and stuff? Well, you did it in the bathroom, at least. Yeah, what the heck? Thomas, what are you doing? You put her in trouble. You got her in trouble. Thomas, you meanie. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't? Slander? I don't know. It seems like the kind of thing you do, Thomas. You like to dare. You do. You're like a. You're a strange creature. Oh, he dared me to put it as an answer for. Ah, okay. He dared me to put it as an answer for Menhera Monday. Okay, that's what he did. Okay. Didn't dare you to do it. You did that of your own volition, you little freaky creature. Goodness me. We have some... We talk about all sorts... We talk about some cool things here on Menhera Monday. What have I done? Yeah, what the heck? No. Or was it true? Yeah. Yeah, actually, I can't tell. Was this a fake story? And did he just dare you to tell everyone? Or did he... Is this real and he just dared you to tell everyone? Or was it fake and he just dared you to make this up? Oh, did you lie? It was fake? This didn't happen? No, it's true. Okay. Good, because, like, it's funnier if it really happened. What the hell? Wish Exhibit would call me a freaky little creature. You are a freaky little creature, Toy. All the freaking things you said, you're such a fucking... You're a freaky little creature. Freaky little creature needs to be punished. Locked in a cage and, like, whipped or something. I love how this got freaky. Yeah, it got so much freakier. We're talking about, like, action. That's crazy. This is what we live for, though. This is what these streams are for. This is peak Menhera Monday. Peak Menhera Monday. This music is actually fire, though. You're welcome, Toy. Punished how? Use your imagination. To put Toy in the cage with me. She gets her own cage. It's gonna have less space. And she's only gonna be able to drink water out of, like, one of those things that, like, cats and dogs drink water out of. I don't know what it's called. It's like the thing you attach to the cage. I'm copying Moxie now? Where are your ears? Ears? Hey now, that's my little freaky creature. Well, maybe she wants to be everybody's freaky creature. Maybe she doesn't want to be monopolized, huh? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe she wants to be... A bowl? No, not a bowl. I know what a bowl is. It's like the... It's like... Yeah, one of them hamster thingies. What Daniel's talking about. Yeah, Belle, are you mad that I'm taking Toy Box and putting her in my own cage? Are you mad? Don't challenge me, I'll put you in a cage too. I'll put you in a cage. The absolute lack of enthusiasm for putting her in the cage. It's not about enthusiasm, it's about doing what needs to be done. You know, I see what needs to be done and I do it. I'm a man of action. Exhibit might be right, but it gives me so many feelings when Belle gets possessive. I want to get in the cage too. You want a cage? Everyone... How many people want to be in the cage now? Bet, put me and her in the same cage, at least we can snuggle with each other. Alright, yeah. Both of you are being put in the cage, and you're both getting whipped. You're both getting whipped. And you have to drink water out of the little hamster thingy. And you both get collars. Shock collars. So you could never put me in a cage. I think I could put you in a cage. I think I could. Are you challenging me? We're all going to the cage now? Looks like it. And as usual, everyone else is a sub. I mean, they are my subs after all. My YouTube subs. You know? My subscribers. So they're, you know, it's in the name. Yay, and I get to watch my twin and Belle get whipped. Yeah, we get to watch! Everyone's gonna watch! Everyone being put into the cages. And they're going to be whipped, and everyone else is going to watch. Yeah. Second time he's mentioned shock collaring me. Everyone gets a cage. Wait, whipped? Yeah. Oh, goodness. Why do I feel like some people here would unironically enjoy Chatterbait streams? From me, Moxie, and Peachy. I'll say, hell yeah, I'd be honored to die subbing for Exhibit. Yeah, loyal subs. Exhibit, joke's on you. You can punch me, kick me, pull my hair. I'm a-okay being stabbed, biting and scratching her on the table. I know what you're referencing. I know what you're referencing. I've seen that. You could use fire. Alright, Belle, I'll use all the above. I'll use all the above. Yes, I'm challenging you. Don't forget the handcuffs that have your name on it that I own. I have a paddle for you. Oh my god. A paddle for you. I really bet you can never put me in a cage, and I challenge you to that. Alright. Bring it on. Holy crap. This is like a fucking free-for-all. This is like a battle to see who freaking ends up on top. Holy crap. This is like a battle royale. It's like Fortnite, except instead of like trying to shoot people and kill them, you're like trying to like dom them. And also, it's nothing like Fortnite. Yeah, what the heck? Oh my goodness. I'm back. Battery delivered. Dad too tired to get himself. He came back at an interesting time, unknown. Everyone wants to bottom for Exhibit A in his kingdom. Well, what can I say? I'm a very tyrannical king. And I demand submission. I demand submission. Or what did Zana-chan just send me? She showed me 3 paddles. Gulp. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Also, Toy, I saw your message, but I'm gonna read that after. Or I'm gonna, because it, yeah. You're so popular, Exhibit. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm the king of this kingdom. And, I have my moments where I can be kind, but anyone who turns against me is going to feel my wrath. My ex-master broke a paddle on me. The crowd was so impressed. Really? That's another experience you had? Oh my goodness. You meant for you to read it after. Yeah, I'll read it. Yeah. Alright, well. Is Peachy the queen? Peachy has her own kingdom, but sometimes we have collabs with our kingdoms, and we share the what is it? We share the subjects, and we force them to do things. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. I miss the Harm Farm. Yes, that was a true experience, for real. This music is so different to all the other musics, what the hell? Alright, well. I'm gonna move on to the next answer. That all started from freaking Kit Kat's message. This stream has gotten so much more freaky. Who is your queen, if not Peachy or Thomas? I don't know. Maybe I'm still looking for my queen. Perhaps. I love the music. Yeah, all this music is nice. Yeah, Peachy's my queen, Thomas is my prince, and all of you are my loyal subjects. Now you know what it's like to be in Moxie's chat. Is this just what Moxie does? Am I basically just doing a Moxie right now? Crazy how we got here. Okay. Next response. An embarrassing moment from your life. Myself. Written by Zana. No! You should not think about yourself this way. You're not an embarrassment. You must believe in yourself. And be cool. Know that you are cool. Believe. If you say that you are cool, you'll believe it. You must say it. You must say it. And then you will be cooler. That is how you strengthen yourself. Gotta call you Exhibit Moxie now? Damn, yeah. I'm just becoming an amalgamation. I'm going to rebel, though? Oh, Sarah, you don't want to do that. If you rebel... you're gonna be punished. And you don't want that. No, you don't want that. Absolutely not. Alright, we only got one more response. An embarrassing moment from your life. I'm in a relationship, but I still often listen to Exhibit's audio about the prom, Friends to Lovers audio, written by Zana. I mean, that's fair enough. I think you're still allowed to listen to audio roleplays if you're in a relationship. And, like, sometimes people use it to, like, help with loneliness if they're, like, not with their partner currently and they just want, like, a little story to invest themselves in. But, you know. I mean, first and foremost, there's stories. There's stories. And I think you can just, you know... You're allowed to enjoy stuff. Enjoy fiction. Someone added an extra one. An embarrassing moment from your life. One time, my sister got this rock that looks like a woman's naked torso for a Free the Nip movement. I'm really blind and held it horizontal and went, "Oh, cute, is this a puppy?" No name on this one. That is embarrassing. You thought it was a puppy. Maybe, I mean, in fairness, I'm sure that the woman's torso had two puppies. Had two puppies, alright. I actually found out about Exhibit in such a random way. Really? How'd you find out about me? I'm curious. Rebelling? Father, I choose to rebel. Wait, you say you want to be punished too? Wait till I put them in a certain toy box. But yes, indeed, we all... Why do I want that rock now? You're gonna fuck the rock. Don't do that. I was in incognito mode looking for information about incubi, and I saw his video about cuddling an incubus. Oh. Lol, I thought that when the really blind part came along that it was gonna be that the person ended up stroking the niddles or something. Trying to figure out what it was. Oh. Right, oh, we got one more. An embarrassing moment from your life. And it's a link to a YouTube short written by a very serious man. Let me check... Okay, let me check this. Let me just make sure it's safe. It's a fucking skibbity toilet! Bro! Is this the first skibbity toilet where it all started? That's crazy. Oh my god. That music's probably copyrighted, though. Oh well, I'm not monetized yet, it doesn't matter. Ow! No! Guess it is an embarrassing moment from your life, huh? Alright. Well, guys, we've ran through all of the responses for Menhera Monday, it would seem. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, Oh. Actually, you know, one thing I've been forgetting is that... copyrighted music. No, Twitch, I was joking. It was royalty-free music. Royalty-free, yeah. See, we have nipples kink as well. I proved that one. Nipples kink? Isn't it normal to, like, to enjoy nipples? I didn't know that was a kink. Yo, this is fire. It's a freaking guitar version of one of the earlier tracks. But yeah, what I think something I've been forgetting is that I should be giving my own answer as well during these streams. Because that probably... You guys would probably enjoy me giving an answer myself. I keep forgetting. So, I have an answer for this, I think. Which is that one time, I basically tried to break up with someone that I wasn't in a relationship with. Because someone, like, tricked me and, like, gaslit me into thinking that I was in a relationship with this person. Or, like, that I'd accidentally agreed to it. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to be part of this. And then I straight up said that, in front of, like, a bunch of people. I was like, I think we should break up. And then she was like, what? And then everyone was, like, looking, and it was so awkward because they were like, we weren't together. But I still said that, and she was like, ugh, it was terrible. This was in, like, second year of middle school. It was terrible. It was so embarrassing. That freaking traumatized me. It freaking affected me for, like, the next while, and it made people, like, dunk on me so much. And then, yeah, they dunked on me so hard, like, it was the start of me, like, being really unpopular in school. It was what sort of kick-started everyone having a negative impression of me. But you know, one of the upsides of streaming on Shutterbait is that there's no content ID, so you can play whatever fuck music you want. Oh, that's awesome! Imagine someone on Shutterbait just puts up, like, the whole fucking, like, B-movie, or, like, a whole movie's up there. There's no content ID, so, like, who's gonna stop you? I think it was a situationship and she gaslighted you to not be embarrassed. No. That's not what happened here. Like, looking back on it, there was literally no indication of it. It was a different person who gaslit me into thinking it was a relationship. But then, actually looking back on it, there was no signs of that. Yeah, it was silly. Get fucked over playing video, I think. Damn, some chatterbait. Nipple fetishism is a subset of breast fetishism. Must be a common fetish, though, because I feel like most people like boobs. Most people who like women like boobs. I guess, like, titty fucks are, like, in breast fetishism category. But then most people would be into that, so... It's weird to call it a fetish when it's something most people are into, but I guess it still counts. Because I guess not everyone is into it, technically. Oh gosh. Peak scenario, try to break up with someone, then they reject the breakup. Boom. Reject the breakup. And then you're in a relationship. Oh yeah, that's a life hack. Holy crap. Oh my god, why didn't you warn me you have nipples? No. Yeah. Date a person who enjoys bobbers. Yes. I'm like being touched there as well? Yeah, yeah. I'm aware. Okay, well. That's probably gonna be the end of stream, but it's been a very cool stream. We've talked about a lot of weird topics. But I'm very glad that we had this. Hope you all enjoy being in your cages. I will be back in the morning to whip you and to give you your food. Yeah. How dare you not convert to the Church of Anti-Nipplism and cut them off? No, don't do that. I don't want that. No, I want to keep them. I want to keep my nipples. What the heck? Turned out freakier than expected. It really did. Wait, what? Yeah, Kit Kat. I'm coming back in the morning to make sure. Is that a promise? Yeah. There's another one? Twitch? Don't look. Don't look. Nothing's happening. It's completely... Bye, y'all. Stream's been great as always. Yes. Alright, yeah. Well, thank y'all for being here. And without further ado, I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.